Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the who, what, where, why, and how of impact data. Specifically, we're focusing on field data, real-time insights, and remote operations. If you've ever wondered how the world's most critical environmental and social data gets from the absolute middle of nowhere straight into a boardroom dashboard, you are in the right place. We're looking at GadaInfo, which is this incredibly fascinating platform bridging the massive gap between remote field operations and instant decision-making in the global south. Okay, let's dive into this before and after journey. Here's our agenda for today. First, the remote data problem. Second, what is GadaInfo? Third, how it works, field operations. Fourth, how it works, real-time insights. And finally, climate action and beyond. All right, part one, the remote data problem. Why weeks can mean failure. So we really need to understand the stakes here. Imagine you're out there operating in some of the most remote forests, farms, or disconnected regions on the planet for an NGO. I want to ask you this directly. What happens when the data you need to make a decision takes weeks to arrive? If you're relying on traditional methods, you know the drill. You're juggling scattered tools, manually exporting files, and just waiting around on teams to finish their analysis. By the time those reports actually hit your desk weeks later, the situation on the ground has completely changed. Making a decision too late can literally mean the failure of a project. It's a night and day difference, really. The traditional way is honestly just painful, relying on separate tools, manual exports, and custom pipelines just to wait weeks for a static report. You usually have to hire specialists just to clean up the mess. But with GadaInfo, you collect your data offline or online, and it's auto-validated. The AI cleans and structures it automatically. The pipelines are entirely built in with zero configuration needed, and boom, you've got live dashboards that are always up to date. It takes a grueling, multi-week process and turns it into instant action. Let's move on to part two. What is GadaInfo? The who and the what of impact data. So what actually is it? Well, GadaInfo is a single AI-powered platform. It's custom-built for organizations working in the world's hardest-to-reach places. It lets them collect data totally offline, hook up smart IoT sensors, like weather or soil monitors, and generate real-time decisions. It handles the whole shebang, whether you're running a climate survey deep in a disconnected forest or gathering feedback in a conference hall, routing it all straight to your dashboard. And you know, when you're dealing with critical field ops, reliability isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely crucial. GadaInfo boasts a 99.9% uptime. That means your data pipeline is rock solid, which is a lifesaver when you're trying to coordinate logistics across vast distances. But here is the real kicker, especially if you've ever done fieldwork: 0%. GadaInfo guarantees 0% data loss. When your team is out there collecting data completely off the grid, everything is stored safely on their devices. The very second they step back into a connectivity zone, it all auto-syncs. 0 data lost, ever. And this operation literally never sleeps. You get 24/7 IoT monitoring and support. So if you've got environmental monitors feeding data from a remote farm somewhere, that stream is constant, around the clock. Part 3. How it works. Field operations. Conquering the offline world. Let's talk about actually conquering that offline world, because that's the real hurdle for these organizations. GadaInfo is built with an offline-first approach. You don't need a single bar of self-service to run a comprehensive survey. Plus, it integrates right into IoT hardware. You can seamlessly connect automated weather stations, soil probes, and air quality monitors. All this hardware is just sitting out in nature, pulling in crucial environmental intelligence without needing a human to constantly check on it. Now, this feature is truly wild. Offline AI. GadaInfo actually built an on-device AI assistant for field workers that requires absolutely zero internet connection. We are so used to AI needing these massive cloud servers and a constant connection, right? But this puts advanced artificial intelligence right in the hands of a field worker in the middle of nowhere, entirely offline. Moving right along to part 4, how it works. Real-time insights. From raw data to boardroom dashboards. Okay, so we've collected the data from the field, but raw data is pretty useless on its own. The flow of data through this platform is just a thing of beauty. Step 1, you collect it via offline surveys and IoT sensors. Step 2, the AI steps in to clean and structure that data automatically, so no need to hire expensive data cleaning specialists. Step 3, you analyze it using plain English. And step 4, it instantly reports to your live, always current dashboards. And for the tech-focused folks listening, you're gonna love this. GadaInfo doesn't trap you in some isolated ecosystem. It offers seamless integration with major business intelligence tools using REST and GraphQL APIs. So if your team is already hooked on Power BI, Tableau, Looker, or Grafana, GadaInfo plays perfectly with your existing tech stack. But hey, if you don't have a team of data analysts, you don't even need them. You can literally just chat with your data. You ask questions in plain English, and the AI analyzes all your submissions to instantly generate charts, trend analysis, and actionable recommendations. No data science degree required. You just need to know what to ask. Finally, Part 5, Climate Action and Beyond, Scaling Impact in the Global South. This technology isn't just some theoretical idea. GadaInfo is already trusted and active across 4 different countries in Africa right now. Organizations are actively using it to gather better data and drive real impact. We are talking about heavy-duty environmental intelligence, like reforestation monitoring, where tracking offline field surveys right alongside real-time soil data isn't just a fun convenience. It's quite literally saving ecosystems. And of course, because this data is highly sensitive, all this speed and accessibility does not mean cutting corners on safety. GadaInfo features enterprise-level security. We're talking bank-level encryption, role-based access so folks only see what they're supposed to see, and full compliance with international data protection standards. Ultimately, the whole process culminates right here: custom, drag-and-drop dashboards. You build these personalized views, track your KPIs, and share real-time insights with your team and stakeholders instantly. It totally empowers everyone to see exactly what's happening the very second it happens. So I want to leave you with this final, really powerful thought. By the time insights arrive, the situation on the ground has already changed. Are you making decisions while they still matter? It's so true, right? If your data takes weeks to process, you're essentially acting on the past. GadaInfo is a brilliant way to bring those remote operations securely into the present. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. For more info on how this all works, definitely check out their website. Keep asking the right questions, and I will see you next time.